we just couldn't tear away from the TV last night, from the game to the commercials. We're going to take a look at some of the best ads. That's coming up next.
Sometimes I get a good feeling, yeah.
It is 8:23. No doubt many of us will be talking about the incredible game last night, but there were the commercials out there. You have your favorites, which ones were the most memorable, which ones you hated, you know.
I hated a lot of them for that. We're weighing in with our Super Bowl commercial panel, and take a look. Our two men in the know, Mark Stevens, marketing pro and author of Your Marketing Sucks, and we've got Stephen Battaglio from TV Guide magazine. Welcome. So nice to have you guys. We have our favorites. I know you want to hear them, right?
Yeah, we were, you know, and I told you earlier, we talked about this. My favorite is one of the E-Trade ones, because I love those E-Trade babies, but you guys are saying it's so done, so over those E-Trade babies, right?
I think talking babies have sort of had their run, especially the baby at the end who was speed dating.
I thought that was funny, Stephen. Get with it. It wasn't creepy. It was
there
cute.
It is right there.
First of all, those babies are creepy in the beginning, you know, right?
But it's still funny, especially that I'm watching you, you know, the other one that was out there.
It gives you great trust to want to invest with them when you see a little baby with a heavy diaper.
Why do they keep doing that? Why do they keep doing it? I mean, they must think it works.
Yeah, well, actually, they built quite a considerable business, and so that's the point. If it works, that's what makes the advertising successful.
Like it
Return on investment, if it does. I mean, my company spends $1 million a year on advertising. We have to make sure that it works. Can't win Clios. We have to generate business.
Well, listen, this one really worked for me, and I would go get a bag of Doritos on this, just watching it, because it was so funny. I'm going to 7-Eleven right now. Did you think about the Doritos and the Great Dane? It was kind of funny.
I thought it was very funny.
Really?
And every year now, Doritos has been soliciting these ads from people, and you know, a guy came up with this idea for it cost him $20 to produce it, and now he had an ad on the Super Bowl.
Fluffy's missing, and he's like, and then the dog gives him Doritos.
Yeah, it's a little dark and it's funny, and it sort of plays into that idea that, you know, I'll do anything to get it that bad.
Yeah, and then you got us all talking about, okay, let's talk about, you know, sex sells. Of course it does. So that was the, you know, the case for some commercials out there, the Teleflor one, which, you know, didn't
Teleflor was extremely sexy. Here's the problem, though. Most guys buy Valentine's Day's gift a day or two before. So the pro flowers of the world are going to be taking that same amount of money and hitting the airwaves every single day close to the holiday. It's too early.
So people aren't even thinking about it.
It was a sexy ad, no doubt about it.
All the guys that were at the party, they all stopped to watch that woman right there.
Yeah, but are they buying flowers from it? Would you spend your money on it?
Why not? If they got to get a good deal.
Not because of a hot woman was on there. I'm not going to buy flowers.
I thought the ad looked like it was for an escort service.
Yeah.
I mean, and I thought it was kind of not really that smart move for them.
There's another sexy one, too, that you were talking about, and I thought it was the Fiat one, where she's, like, pinning him. He's checking out the car.
I believe that's the same woman in the commercial.
Yeah, with the GoDaddy one?
But, yeah, that was very provocative. I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
But again, it was, it had a nice look to it. It was kind of cinematic. So
the best for you?
The best for me, well, we talked about it earlier, the GMC Silverado, the car driving after the Mayan apocalypse, and it was saying that they survived. This guy survived because he didn't drive a Ford truck. He was driving a Silverado.
Are you a closet Barry Manilow fan, by the way?
You know, I thought the music was very effective in that, because it was a Barry Manilow song seems like one of the last things that would last on Earth.
That's true. Exactly. I like that. I like that.
I thought Barry was going to rise from the ashes, too.
Anything with Barry Manilow, I completely can't even listen to anymore. And so I can't even, I put earplugs in when I hear it.
Okay, so you like it. Which ones did you love?
Well, I thought, and talk about the sexy commercials, you mean? Well, I think, you know, we have to go back to the old favorite, which is GoDaddy, because it worked. It put them on the map. Now they're selling .co's, which is inventory that they want to sell badly. And it makes a lot of people want to go, especially young people, to go to see what they're going to see that they missed in the unveiling on the site.
Right. So what actually makes a good ad? The fact that people are actually going out and buying the product of the ad, or that we're talking about it the next day?
Only test.
So how will you know that?
That you don't know it yet.
Yeah.
We don't.
If you're back on the game next year, it's probably because your ad worked this year.
Okay.
So I think that's
so we can talk
way to tell.
all we want. And
I actually don't think that's true. I think it's back because you might have won a Clio Award and the agency loves it, and they got all kinds of kudos. American business loses its mind on Super Bowl day. It does not have business sense.
Yeah.
You know, if it's your money, that's what I say. Small, mid-sized business won't do it unless they can get an ROI.
Yeah. But can I tell you something? When you have that much of an audience share, which is unheard of, on
half of them are drunk. Half of them are drunk.
We all see them earlier. We all see them earlier, too.
These ads are going to get hundreds of millions of views after the game.
Look, we're talking about it.
It's a different world now. 10 or 15 years ago, when you spent $10 million on your Super Bowl spot, it probably wasn't that smart to buy. Now you can really turn it into an event that could last for a while, and you're getting a lot more eyeballs than you ever did before.
Why are they leaking it? This is the thing.
I think that's hype. I think that's hype. I really do.
Because that's part of the fun when
you're watching something that's not productive online, it doesn't make any difference to me. If it ain't making you buy stuff, look at the smart advertisers who were not on last night. Apple wasn't on.
That's true.
Walmart wasn't on.
That's true.
These really smart people who know how to drive business chose not to be on. They'd rather take that $5 or $6 million, which is really what it is when you produce the commercial, and use it every day on local radio, local TV stations, print, etc.
Well, we certainly hope that that's the case, and they're spending their money right here on WPIX.
Of course.
Mark, thank you so much for coming
in. Super Bowl.
For more on your picks, go to our blog page at pix11.com/morningnews and tell us which commercials you loved, you hated. We want to know.
Also, tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m. We'll have coverage of the Giants' victory parade.